The truth is, a lot of us get tired of taking around big, bulky range bags that are heavy, that has all of our firearm accessories and firearms in it, but yet the thing is just bulky, it's heavy, and we just want a better solution. So today, I want to show you a more efficient, lightweight, and slim option. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. And today, as you can tell by the title, I may have a solution for those of you who are tired of carrying around the big, bulky range bags that are heavy with all your stuff in it to a more slim, lightweight, efficient option. So today's sponsor of the video, as you can tell, is our great friends over at GRITR. Shout out to GRITR. They sent both these bags out actually to the channel for me to review. I've somewhat done a review on this bag already. It's the Range Essentials video. I'll link it in up here somewhere. I somewhat did a review on this, so you can check that out if you want to see everything that this bag comes with. This is a great range bag, by the way. It's not only a gun range bag, but it can be used for like the gym or even your baby bag, but it's more tactical, but it is very versatile as well. But today we're putting our focus on the GRITR Handgun Briefcase that we have here. So as you can tell, GRITR has their logo patch on the front there, and the good thing is this patch is removable. So if you don't want to put GRITR there, you want to put something else there, go for it. But I'm gonna leave the GRITR patch right there, and it does come in this 500D nylon material. That's what the back is looking like, and I did opt for the black and orange option. So as we open it up here, the inside will have the orange interior. You can get the black and orange or the all black, but I opted for orange. I do think like the orange would somewhat turn black at some point because of the carbon and the debris on your firearms, but I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that. So let's talk about the protection of the bag. So again, it's that 500D nylon material, as you can see here. It is also thick with padding on the inside. So in the inside here, you have the black interior, which I do like that feature because when we put our firearms in here, usually after we finish shooting them, some of the oil can be leaking, or like I said, the carbon. And so if it's going into a black compartment, we don't have to worry about the orange getting messed up so bad. But it does come with two of the padding parts, one on each side in there too. So it has a spot for two handguns. If you're carrying smaller, like micro type handguns, you probably can get 3 or 4 in here. So that is the protection side. It is a 13" by 9.5" by 6" dimensions on the bag. So it's pretty small. You can compare it to kind of like my body. Pretty small. Compare it to my big one here. Very, very small, sleek, and lightweight. So we've talked about the padding, the 2 storage compartments. We do have this 6-slot mag carrier that is also removable. And as you can tell, the Velcro is on both sides. So if you want to put it here or put it here, your preference. Or you can put patches in here, or you put anything else that can Velcro on the inside. But I do like that it comes with the 6 slots in there, because you need somewhere to put your magazines. You don't want your magazines just floating everywhere. And you probably wouldn't want to put them inside of the padded area because that's where you want to put your firearms. So I do like that idea of putting the removable 6-slot mag carrier right there. And then other storage that we have is right here on the front. We have our front pocket and plenty of storage. You have your dividers in there to keep everything organized. You want to put your glasses in here. It even has a spot if you want to put a pen or a pencil. Some more slots in here for your ear pro or anything like that. And then right here, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, is a zipper option for you to put anything you want in there. So plenty of storage for this small and compact briefcase. And most importantly, I like that it does have the magnetic closure on the front there. And it's pretty sturdy. Takes a little bit of effort to get it open, but I do like that option as opposed to maybe like a zipper or like a Velcro. The magnetic part keeps everything in there without any issue. And then as we talk about the comfort, as you can tell on the inside of the bag, we do have these quick access zippers Very easy to access. Get your finger around it. Zippers are going smoothly and easily. I like that they didn't give us that normal zipper tab that you get on it. So it's like on their back, all their bags, they have the quick access. That way you can get to it and not have to worry about that little zipper metal piece that comes with most zipper type bags. So it's on the outside here as well. Quick access, very quick. Then you have your strong handle, very sturdy, where that way you can carry it this way. And then lastly, you do have a padded shoulder strap. And you can detach the strap if you want to. If you don't want to carry it over your body and you'd rather carry it by the handles, that's personal preference. But if you did want to carry over the body, there it is. That's how you carry it. So what I want to do now is show you how I would pack this bag up. Now, many of you know that I am a competitive shooter. I shoot mostly IDPA and a little bit of USPSA. And one of the things that we have to do is carry our firearm to the safe area. So something like this bag would absolutely be the most efficient way, as opposed to carrying this big bag to the safe area. So we're talking about, if we're at the outside ranges, there's usually a safe table at the front of the bay. And carrying a big bag like this to that is probably okay. I mean, you're already carrying the bag, you get it on the table, you take your firearm out, you check your dot and all that kind of stuff, and then you holster it, and then you go on about your business. Well, when I go to the indoor ranges, this is a little bit hectic to try to take down to the end of the bay, because that's where the safe area is at the indoor ranges, is at the end of the bay. So you go down to the end of the bay and you check your firearm, make sure everything is okay, and then you put it in the holster. Carrying something like this down to the end of the bay will be more efficient, in my opinion. So I do have a firearm here at the Mac 9 DS 2011 here. It is empty. There is nothing in the chamber. There's not even a magazine in there, and I'm just gonna point in the safe direction and turn the safety on for safety measures. So if I was to take this to the range, the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting my firearm inside of the padded area. And I like how it just fits right slim in there. This is a full-size 5-inch firearm, and I still have extra room to even close this bag up. So I'm gonna close that up. The next thing that I need to go to the range are the magazines. So typically I carry this bag to the range, and I'm gonna put 6 magazines in here. Now these are double stacked 2011 magazines. As you can tell, these are the TSOS 17 round magazines. So I'm gonna put those 2 in there, and they're going in pretty smooth. I also have my Kimber mags that are 19 round. Well, actually these ones are 21 rounds, but I do have a 19 round one. So another 21 round. And I mean, they're fitting, I'm gonna show y'all in a minute, they're fitting very snug beside each other. Like, they're not rubbing up against each other, not fitting uncomfortably. They're actually going in pretty smooth. Okay, so I got 6 magazines in here, and this is what it's looking like. Very organized, and I'm a very organized person, so this right here is like making me tingle a little bit, because that is what I like. I love organization. I love things to be neat and not sloppy. All right, so then the next thing that I would carry is my ear pro. Now, a lot of y'all been asking, Summer, what ear pro are you using? And as of late, I have been using the Surefire Sonic Defender EP3 earbuds. So they kind of look like this. Those are what they look like. I like them. The only thing I don't like about them is that I can't really hear. There's a part on the back of these that you can open up to hear a little bit better, but I don't find a difference in them. However, the comfort in these is top tier. I don't even realize sometimes that they're in my ears, as opposed to some of the other ones that I ran. And y'all know over the head ear pro is not for me. I've tried several. I've even tried GRITRs, and it's just something about the overhead. It's not even a specific brand. It's something about the overhead that just like is very uncomfortable around my ears and around my cheekbone. I think I might have a little head, and I think the ear cups, they kind of just like come too far down here. Whereas most people, when I see them wearing theirs is a little bit above the jawbone. So I don't know, maybe they're not for me. However, I did find the ones that work for me. I'm gonna put those right here in the front so I can get access to them. So there's one part that we're using in the front of the bag. Now, the next thing that I need to take to the range is my ammo. So I typically keep my ammo in this bag here. It's a Savior bag. I've been using this for years and it has not failed me yet. Zippers still work. That 9mm in Sharpie has been on there for years. The bag just works. It's a Savior bag, it's an ammo bag. And typically what I would just do, being that this briefcase kind of has a little sitting spot right here in the middle, I put my ammo in here and then I put it in there like that, and then it'll be in the middle, just like that. The other thing that I would need at the range if I'm going to a match, and again, this is not just for going to a competition. You can just be having a range day. Like today, I need to go shoot this and make sure this ammo works through it. This could be the perfect setup for that, especially if you're just kind of in and out. You don't have too many firearms that you're trying to test out or that you're trying to shoot. This is kind of like a 1 and 2 firearm situation that you want to use it for. And that's why it's called like a little briefcase, because it has just your essentials in it for you to get the job done for that particular day. The other thing that I would use or take is my chalk. And I'll leave a description or link in the description down below of this chalk. I use this because oftentimes at the range when I'm shooting in competitions, my hands can get sweaty, and I put just a little dab on here, rub my hands together, and it dries my hands out pretty good. So I always need this. I put it right here in the front compartment like I did with the Ear Pro. All right, the next thing that I would put is my glasses. So lately I've been running the new GRITR glasses. And again, shout out to GRITR for being a sponsor of the channel. These are the new GRITR glasses that they send out to the channel. When I tell you these are super lightweight and no issues as far as like too tight around my temple, I don't even know that I have these glasses on sometimes because 1, they're lightweight, 2, they're crystal clear. When I put these glasses on, I just feel like I'm looking through the most transparent plexiglass or window or whatever. I feel like I don't even have the glasses on. They just work. They're not anything too fancy. They get the job done. They protect your eyes. So glasses, definitely, you gotta have your Ear Pro. So I'll put these actually right here in the little glasses port. That's what I think that's for. And that's pretty much all I would take and put in this bag. I'd put it up like this. Get my zippers. And I'm ready to go to the range. I'm not missing anything. I've got my Ear Pro, my Eye Pro, I've got my firearm, my magazines, and my ammo. That's all I need. For a quick little range day, for going to a match. Now you might say, well, Summer, where's your belt? Where's your magazine pouches? That part, I typically when I go to a match, if it's an indoor match, I typically go ahead and put all that on before I even get there. That way, it's one less thing I have to carry because the goal here is simplicity and lightweight. This bag right here usually weighs me down as I'm going to the range. Like it's so heavy, I have to carry it over my shoulder. And I got a lot of stuff in here that I really don't even use at the range when I take it. So having something like this is a little bit more convenient, but it's also lighter. So let me show y'all what this looks like on body. All right, so this is what we looking like, y'all. I mean, super easy. Like now I have free hands. And this just feels like my purse. When I wear my crossbody, that's exactly what this feels like. It doesn't feel heavy at all. I like the way that it can just get out of the way. It can be in your front. I can have quick access if I need to. I can open up this part if I need to and have access to the firearm or to the magazines or whatever I have on the inside. Just really simple. Let me show y'all how I be looking carrying the big bag. All right, here's me with the big bag on. So you already hear me struggling. All right, so this is me. Now this is a bit, bulky and I'm really leaning heavy on my left side. So I'm trying to balance out the weight by leaning more right. However, I do have a lot more things in this bag. Like I said, when I go to the range, I don't even use half the stuff that's in here. But I do put it in here because you never know if you will ever need it. So that's what this bag is for. And it's not to say that this bag is getting thrown out the window. This bag actually is still going to come with me to the range. However, I won't take it inside the range. I will leave it in the car. In the event that I need something, I can always go back to the car and get it. So I know y'all couldn't see my face, so I had it back up. But when I'm going to the range for a full day of just range or content, or if I just want to go to shoot a competition match, this is what I'm going for. I love this. Now, some men may be like, Summer, I'm not wearing no crossbody. And you don't have to. Again, you can take the strap off and carry it like an actual briefcase. Still very lightweight, more manly, I guess. But I do like the strap. The strap is good. I like putting it, across the body. It frees up my hands. That way I don't have to carry something every time I'm going somewhere. So this is what it looks like without the strap. Again, still have access to everything. Everything looks great. Everything is in here that I need. There's nothing I'm missing. Some of you might say, well, Summer, you didn't have this in there. You didn't have that in there. Well, that's because that's personal preference for me. There are things I don't have in here simply for the simplicity of just going to the range for one purpose only with one firearm or two firearms. I don't need everything in here. What I have in here is essentially what I need at the range. That's it. Now, you might have other things that you want to carry in your bag, and y'all can sound off in the comment section down below of some other things that we could possibly put in here. I did see that there's a little, if we're talking about safety and needing safety, like a safety kit or something, there is a little strap down here that has like these bungee type straps where you could put maybe like a tourniquet. Like if you want to put that in there, it'll fit very flush right there in the bottom. It wouldn't be in the way, and then you can still take your ammo bag and put it down there. Even if you didn't have an ammo bag and you had a box of ammo, you could still sit it right there in the middle, or you can utilize this other compartment on the inside for whatever you want to use it for. Y'all, I like it. And actually, I got an indoor match coming up, and I'm gonna take this bag. I'm gonna see if it does everything that I need to do. I'm pretty sure it will, because again, a lot of stuff that I have in this bag, I don't even use it. I just take it just in case. But for my next local indoor match that's coming up, I will take this bag still and leave it in my truck, but this is the bag that I will actually take inside the range and utilize, because it's just, look how slim that is. The only other thing that I would have outside of this bag is when I go to the ranges is I take a water bottle, because I get thirsty pretty often at the range. That's the only thing that I'll have outside of this bag. Other than that, I think this is a go. What y'all think? Y'all like it? Make sure y'all go check out GRITRgear.com. It is on their website. Check it out. I'll put it down in the description below. But if you want to check this bag out, I think it's a go. I don't have experience with it yet as far as, modeling it, using it, but I will. And I'll let y'all know what I think about it. Y'all, go follow me on Instagram, because that's where I put most of the stuff that you don't see here on YouTube. I put it on my Instagram. So follow me on Instagram at _summershoots_. Give me a follow, and then check out some of the stuff that I've been reviewing on there. All right, y'all have it. There's the bag. Give y'all the back again. And then there's your nice quick access zippers. And then that nice front pouch that goes magnetically closed. I think this is a game changer. I think this is one of the best options. I'm not saying that because GRITR sent it out. GRITR did not tell me what to say in this video. This is my own opinion, my own experience. But I do think this could be a good option. I like it. I like the material. And I like that I could potentially just carry this to my competitions and not have to carry big old Beulah here. All right, y'all, sound off in the comment section, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Until next time, stay on, stay safe, and stay vigilant. Peace.